Good morning, You Can Heal family. Good afternoon or evening. I'm Shena, and we are reading through the Old Testament. We're in the book of Joshua. So it's Sunday for me, and my day was very full. We went to church, and then the kids and I did some errands and shopping, and then hung out at my mom's for a little bit. And then I had a phone call today, and it's interesting because the things that the person was saying on the call, I didn't agree with. That had to do with someone else, but I have no control over other people's wishes or wants or needs, and there's really nothing I can do. Now, normally I would let that conversation really bother me. I'd want to fix it or go to the other person and put my 2 cents in, and it doesn't work. We have to let people be themselves and, make choices and then deal with the consequences of those. And even if we think we're right, which is the case, I think I'm right, and the other person's wrong, but if they can't see that, there's nothing I can do about it. And maybe I'm the wrong one in the wrong here with how I'm thinking, but I'm just kind of talking about it out loud. And I decided that I'm not going to let it bother me. Now, when this situation came up, I was going to talk to the other person about it, but I said, no, just let it play out. And sure enough, I got a call today. And I think I learned people hurt based on other people's decisions. But if the other person making the decision, they're not too concerned about how the other person feels because of the choice they made, there's nothing we can do. What we can do is take it to the Lord, rest in Him, and let Him work it out in His time. And then we have peace. So that was a good little scenario that happened today. And I'm glad it happened because it shows growth, and it just lets me know I don't have to react to everything that I hear. All right? So today we're in Joshua 22, and I think we have today and tomorrow, and then we're going to finish this book. So that's real exciting right now. You guys know the bifocal situation. Even though you're supposed to look here, it's blurrier, so I still got to look here, but if I push them up, the line's there. So I don't know. I'm just glad to be sitting down in the back. I got a plant today, so that's kind of cute. Helps out with our scenery, right? Okay, this chapter's a little long, so let's go, and I hope to God there's not that many names in this. I think we're kind of in the clear from all that, all right? So here we go. Joshua challenges the eastern tribe. So Lord, be with us as we read the word today. Reveal to the You Can Heal family what they need to hear so that their life can move forward with you. In Jesus' name, amen. Then Joshua called together the tribes of Reuben, Gad, and the half-tribe of Manasseh. He told them, you have done as Moses, the servant of the Lord, commanded you, and you have obeyed every order I have given you. You have not deserted the other tribes, even though the campaign has lasted for such a long time. You have been careful to obey the commands of the Lord your God up to the present day, and now the Lord your God has given the other tribes rest, as he promised them. So go home now to the land Moses, the servant of the Lord, gave you on the east side of the Jordan River. But be very careful to obey all the commands and the law that Moses gave to you. Love the Lord your God, walk in all his ways, obey his commands, be faithful to him, and serve him with all your heart and all your soul. I love hearing that every time. Love the Lord your God, so love him, walk in his ways, obey him, be faithful, and serve him with your whole heart. So that's 4 things. Love the Lord, walk with him, obey him, be faithful, and serve him. No, that's 5 things. Love, walk, obey, be faithful, and serve. Can you do that today? Verse 6 says, so Joshua blessed them and sent them home. Now Moses had given the land of Bashan to the half-tribe of Manasseh, east of the Jordan. The other half of the tribe was given land west of the Jordan, as Joshua sent them away. He blessed them and said, share with your relatives back home the great wealth you have taken from your enemies. Share with them your large herds of cattle, your silver and gold and bronze, and iron and your clothing. So the men of Reuben, Gad, and the half-tribe of Manasseh left the rest of Israel at Shiloh in the land of Canaan. They started on a journey back to their old land of Gilead, the territory that belonged to them, according to the Lord's command through Moses. Reuben, Gad, and the half-tribe of Manasseh built a very large altar near the Jordan River at a place called Galiloth. So now I'm looking at you in the face, so if I have a hard time pronouncing, you'll see my facial expressions. Anyways, let's keep going. Misunderstanding of the altar, verse 11. When the rest of Israel heard they had built the altar at Galiloth, west of the Jordan River in the land of Canaan, the whole assembly gathered at Shiloh and prepared to go to war against his brother tribes. First, however, they sent a delegation led by Phinehas, son of Eleazar the priest. They crossed the river to talk with the tribes of Reuben, Gad, and the half-tribe of Manasseh. In this delegation were 10 high officials of Israel. One for each of the 10 tribes, and each a leader within the family divisions of Israel. When they arrived in the land of Gilead, they said to the tribes of Reuben, Gad, and the half-tribe of Manasseh, "The whole community of the Lord demands to know why you are betraying the God of Israel. How could you turn away from the Lord and build an altar in rebellion against him? Was our sin at Peor not enough? We are not yet fully cleansed of it, even half the plague that struck the entire assembly of the Lord. And yet today you are turning away from following the Lord. If you rebel against the Lord today, he will be angry with all of us tomorrow. If you need the altar because your land is defiled, then join us on our side of the river, where the Lord lives among us in his tabernacle, and we will share our land with you. But do not rebel against the Lord or draw us into your rebellion by building another altar for yourselves. There is only one true altar of the Lord your God. Didn't God punish all the people of Israel when Achan, a member of the clan of Zerah, sinned by stealing things set apart for the Lord? He was not the only one who died because of that sin." Explanation of the altar, verse 21. Then the people of Reuben, Gad, and the tribe of Manasseh answered these high officials, "The Lord alone is God. The Lord alone is God. We have not built the altar in rebellion against the Lord. If we have done so, do not spare our lives this day. But the Lord knows, and let all Israel know too, that we have not built an altar for ourselves to turn away from the Lord, nor will we use it for our burnt offerings or grain offerings or peace offerings. If we have built it for this purpose, may the Lord himself punish us. We have built this altar because we fear that in the future your descendants will say to ours, 'What right do you have to worship the Lord, the God of Israel?' The Lord has placed the Jordan River as a barrier between our people and your people. You have no claim to the Lord, and your descendants may make our descendants stop worshiping the Lord." So we decided to build the altar not for burnt sacrifices, but as a memorial. It will remind our descendants and your descendants that we too have the right to worship the Lord at his sanctuary with our burnt offerings, sacrifices, and peace offerings. You know, as I was just reading that, when it says you have the right to worship the Lord at his sanctuary, like, you know, you are a child of God. You have the right to go boldly to the throne of grace and say what you need to say, right? Let's stop harboring things in our heart and hiding things. Let's just go boldly to the throne, ask for the things we need, confess the sins that we've committed, and let's get things right. You know, we can go boldly and the Lord hears us, and that's what he wants. So that's what came in my mind when I was reading that. So now I gotta find my place. So hold on a second. Oh gosh, I looked up. Okay, here we go. So then your descendants will not be able to say to ours, "You have no claim to the Lord." If they say this, our descendants can reply, "Look at this copy of the Lord's altar that our ancestors made. It is not for burnt offerings or sacrifices. It is a reminder of the relationship both of us have with the Lord. Far be it from us to rebel against the Lord or turn away from him by building our own altar for burnt offerings, grain offerings, or sacrifices. Only the altar of the Lord our God that stands in front of the tabernacle may be used for that purpose. Celebration by the Western tribes, verse 30. When Phinehas the priest and the high officials heard this from the tribes of Reuben, Gad, and the half-tribe of Manasseh, they were satisfied. Phinehas, son of Eleazar the priest, replied to them, "Today we know the Lord is among us, because you have not sinned against the Lord as we thought. Instead, you have rescued Israel from being destroyed by the Lord." Then Phinehas, son of Eleazar the priest, and the 10 high officials left the tribes of Reuben and Gad and Gilead and returned to the land of Canaan to tell the Israelites what had happened. And all the Israelites were satisfied and praised God and spoke no more of war against Reuben and Gad. The people of Reuben and Gad named the altar Witness, for they said, "It is a witness between us and them that the Lord is our God too." And that concludes the reading of Joshua chapter 3 from the Open Bible, New Living Translation. And tomorrow, like I said, we're going to finish up because we're going to read chapters 23 and 24 to finish off the book of Joshua. So listen, if you have listened to every single chapter so far, let me know that. Say, I've listened to all of them so far. Put something in the chat, and then come back and hang out with me tomorrow to finish out the book of Joshua. So that's real fun. Now, a little while ago, I sent a text saying that I'm going to commit to exercising this week to be accountable, but I'm just going to put it here on this video. All this week I committed to continuing my daily walks, but to also do my exercises, which for me are my arm exercises and some squats and planks and what was the other thing? Oh, Brent's home. What was the other thing? And oh my gosh, squats, planks, arm exercises, and some stretching. So if anybody's about that exercise life, put that in the chat too, that I'm going to exercise this week as well. And I think Bren is going to join us. She's been outside playing. Hi, Dolly. I just finished reading. Do you want to say hi? Are you out of breath?
Hello.
You feel like dancing for everybody in the back? Want to do that behind me? Show them a little something. Some of them saw your video because I posted it on the last one.
What video?
Of your showcase.
Oh.
I did.
Why?
I don't know, because it was beautiful, and I let them know that we were going to it.
Okay.
Do you want to show them any of your moves in person?
Not really in person because you're not like right there.
Yeah, and we're not live, right? So yeah, that's true. Oh, good Lord.
But
Allergy season is breaking her down.
I'm picking this because it's not only a weed, but
Okay, did you have fun outside? Okay, I don't want... you know those dandelions that turn into all that stuff? Okay, but what are you throwing on the patio?
well.
Lord have mercy.
Sorry, you can hear family. that was an accident.
All right, if you're done, I'm done, Dolly. Say bye.
Bye-bye.
Always remember.
True healing begins with self-love. Why? Because God is love and He lives on the inside of you.
We love ya. We'll talk to you soon. Remember to exercise this week, everybody. Bye.
Bye.